So if you know anyone in St. Louis who's lost a dramatic amount of weight, chances are that our guest, nationally renowned weight loss coach Charles D'Angelo, is the man behind the change. He's been on a mission to change the world one person at a time for nearly 2 decades after changing his own life as an obese teenager. This segment is sponsored by Charles D'Angelo, and like the thousands he has helped take the first step with him, it's time to help himself. Thank you so much for being here, Charles.
My
we appreciate
pleasure.
you, man. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Let's just talk about your story.
Yeah.
What was the prompting for you? What was the nudge that made you say, I want to make a change?
Well, like most of my clients, it wasn't just one thing.
Gotcha.
I grew up in a family of modest means. My father was overweight. My grandparents suffered from diabetes, high blood pressure, a lot of issues regarding really self-neglect. But they didn't have education, so they didn't know that much of what they were struggling with was a consequence of just making errors in judgment with regard to what they were eating and not being active. So by the time I was 17, I was 360 pounds.
Wow.
I couldn't even get up a flight of just 4 stairs. I was in high school, and from the outside looking in, most people would say, man, he has his life together. I was a good student. I was well liked by all of the young men at CBC. I really enjoyed my time in high school, but on the inside, I had no real confidence.
Yeah.
I couldn't participate in the things most teenagers could participate in. And I realized if I wanted my life to be different, it wasn't going to be from some external change. It was going to be by taking responsibility, taking charge of my own habits, starting to make changes. In 2 years, lost 160 pounds. My life was so on fire, so different. I know you're a person of faith. I made a commitment to God when I was 17. I said, if he would help me just to become normal, that I would do everything in my power to help other people. I never ever imagined that I would be used to help people with fitness, healthy habits, because I was the furthest thing away. You know, for anyone who might know anything about the Bible, I was kind of the Saul, if you will.
Gotcha.
I was a terrible, I was in a terrible pattern of bad habits, and I had this huge shift, and I wanted to help other people really change their lives, and that's what I've been doing.
And that's what you've been doing. And people, you know, you hear about the dramatic weight losses, but that's not all. It's not just for the people who are looking to lose
100
pounds or more, right? It means it's somebody who just wants to lose some weight and get in a healthier spot, right?
And it's for people who really feel like they've tried everything and nothing works. I mean, if you're at home and you feel like, man, I've tried everything out there, no matter what I do, I can't stay consistent with anything. It's really about change your mindset, change your habits. So we have one of my clients who didn't lose 100 pounds. Yeah,
this is Ann before. This is the before picture.
Yeah, and you look at Ann, and she was a person very busy, a really successful realtor here in St. Louis. And in just a few months, she's lost 30 pounds, and she's going to join us here and tell her story.
All right, come on in, Ann. Look at that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. All right, so tell me, how do you feel, first of all?
I feel better than I felt in probably 30 years.
Fantastic.
Really.
Fantastic.
A lot more energy, just feel really good.
What led you to Charles?
I have known somebody that worked with him before, and I see his things on Facebook, and I had been to the doctor about my knees, and they were bone on bone, and he had a sign in his office that said, for every pound that you have extra on your knee, it's like 3 pounds of load on your knee. So I basically took
pressure.
90 pounds off my knees.
Wow.
And they don't hurt anymore.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, it was, icing every night before this, and now I can do 22,000 steps in a day and be fine.
And a big misconception sometimes people have is they think that people come to me to work out. And my work is strictly consultative. So when you come to see me, we're sitting down, we're looking at what your goals are, so we get an orientation. Where do you want to go and what do you want to avoid? So where are you on that so you can start taking actions with regard to what you're eating. So every client leaves with a very specific plan of here's what you're going to eat, here's when you're going to eat. It's very clear, very precise, and then what you're going to do with cardio. All of the work in terms of the weight loss is just cardio and food, and obviously changing your relationship with yourself and your mindset so you can really stay constant and stay consistent with that whole pattern.
How quickly were you able, Ann, to just set the pattern and get the routine and stick with it?
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he tells you everything to do, so I'm a rule follower.
Well, it paid off for you.
Yes, it did.
There you go. Charles, if folks want to get a hold of you, if they're interested in something like this, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, the first step is just go to my website, charlesdangelo.com. You can apply for a free consultation. There's just a form that says, I'm ready, or a free consultation. Click that, put your name, put your email address, put your phone number. A member of my team or myself will respond to you. We'll get you scheduled either in person or on Zoom. I coach clients from all over the world. So if you're watching this, streaming this from North Dakota or some other part of the world, you can definitely just submit a form. We'll get you in and we'll talk about what's going to take to really change your life in the direction you want it to go.
And if somebody's out there saying, there's no way I can do this, it's just not going to happen, what would you say to them?
You can.
You can do it.
Absolutely, yes.
What would you say is the most important change you've experienced, Ann?
The energy, for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. I work out with trainers at the gym, and I used to have to take a nap just after a training session. Now I go out and walk 4 miles afterwards, or play pickleball, or something.
Go ahead,
It's
Ann. Running things
so
now.
much better.
She's like, give me something else to do.
Exactly.
I love
it's much better.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Charles, as well.
My pleasure always.
Hey, keep it right here. We got more coming your way at Studio STL on a Tuesday. Stay with us.